You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? We're back. This is OS, the podcast. I'm Ralph.
I'm Johnnie.
And we're here to do, Captain and Winter Soldier?
Falcon. And
Damn it! I keep saying it.
It's okay. We keeping it.
But hey, man, if you're here, make sure you comment, rate, subscribe. Hit the thumbs up bell. Notification, all that great stuff.
All that good shit.
But how we usually give it up on the podcast, but we're here to give this exclusive to you guys on YouTube.
Yes.
We're gonna start doing weekly breakdowns of each episode from Falcon and Winter Soldier.
There you go.
The newest series on Disney Plus from the MCU.
Yes.
Let's just get straight to it. Episode 1.
Yeah, man.
Episode 1.
I love it. I like it. I like the episode. I think it was a good start. I love the fact that they started out with action. Like, I was very happy about that. I know that was one of your gripes from WandaVision.
You know what? I
know it. But no. I loved episode 1. Damn, we want to get into our highs and lows? Or tell me what you thought about it.
Well, I enjoyed the episode. Great opening action sequence with Falcon. Mm-hmm. It was definitely reminiscent of Winter Soldier. I definitely caught that because my man with the neck.
Yeah, he was at the beginning.
That was the buddy from the Winter Soldier, the movie.
Yep.
So I was like, dang, I know him. I know. I'm like the Leonardo DiCaprio. Yep. I was like, I know, buddy. And then I had to keep watching. I was like, French, okay. He was from Winter Soldier. So yeah, but like I said, the action. It was just a great. That's how you start a series, man.
Listen,
that's how you start a series.
The Disney Marvel MCU budget was shown in the very first episode.
Yeah,
which is why I think this series or this season is only going to be 6 episodes.
That's nuts.
Because of so many like fire action sequences.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Well, that makes sense because when you think about it in just comparison to its predecessor with WandaVision, I mean, it was a lot of TV sets, a lot of stuff like that. So you can kind of dance around that. They definitely broke the budget with WandaVision, but you can tell the budget was here.
Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, like the.
But listen, him flying through the canyon, the mountain shit, like that was hard.
That was crazy. Now, in the timeline of things, this is clearly after the events of Endgame.
6 months after. 6
months, okay. One thing that I guess I don't know if I want to get into highs just yet. Let's just kind of talk about the episode, then we get the highs, lows, whatever, right? I enjoyed that they're fleshing out these characters for the very first time, right? Like you're getting more into Winter Soldier than I think you actually have. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
They're really writing their asses off with this show, with these shows, from what I can say. Yeah.
I'm loving the fact we get to see the human side of these characters because we see them in scenes in the big movies, but it's only interacting with the other heroes. We never see them outside of that.
Yeah. And
the fact that we get this TV show where we can actually see that, we see Bucky going to therapy, talking to his therapist about his nightmares and him dealing with being the Winter Soldier. Yeah. And then we see Sam Wilson with his sister and his nephews. We gonna sell these plates on the weekend.
It's like sometimes you forget that Sam Wilson had a life before he met Captain America.
That's what I'm saying. I'm loving the fact that we actually get to see this.
Yeah.
So that's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna act like Falcon didn't kill like 10 people in that action sequence?
I mean, we're bad, right? They were bad guys, right?
Yes, they were bad guys. But so we just killing people now? We up in the ante now, baby. Like, fam,
But I mean, he's more human based, so it's like, you know, hey man, you shoot me, I shoot back. Like, what's good, like.
Man, he blowing up helicopters. He throwing people out of helicopters. Like, I was like, yo.
But low key, Cap kind of had that mean streak before he, you know, he went old man, right? When he like kicking people out and stuff. And
I don't think he like.
But he
not to where he died though.
He didn't shoot nobody, but
Listen,
he definitely.
They was thousands of feet in the air and people just dropping.
But he's from the modern military, so you know, Cap may not be with that, but you know, Sam might be.
Yeah,
you know
he's of this time.
Yeah, he's of this time. Sam like, hey, ain't got time, man. I was just thinking, man. But no, I like you said, just going back to Bucky and how they're fleshing out his character. Like, yeah, he does have severe PTSD.
Yeah.
With that, like, he's a 100-year-old man living in his signs, and it's funny. I was just like, he's from old Brooklyn, right? Mm-hmm. And you come back and you don't even see the changes that the city has been through. Now it's gentrified, you know, all this great stuff, and you befriend this old guy. And I was wondering, was his friendship with the older Asian guy, was that from back when he was, you know, James Bucky, you know, Buchanan Barnes, or was that like somebody he befriended just as he came back?
So you didn't catch it?
Yeah, I didn't catch it. I didn't know, like, I know what happened with his son, but I'm talking about as far as like, were they friends before, or were they friends like he just came back and became friends with him?
So remember, he has the book of names he's trying to make amends for.
Yeah.
He's trying to make amends with the old man for killing his son. So
befriend him? Like,
I think that was his way of trying to get familiar with him, so he can get comfortable with saying, "Hey, I was the one that killed your son." Mm-hmm. But I think it's still eating at him so much that he can't say it.
Because that old man is in such grief because his son is dead.
Yep.
And I thought it was funny when he had that book, right? He was he pulled up on the senator or something like that.
Yeah, the lady.
Yeah. And he was like, I was like, I'm like, Bucky, what did you own, bro? Like, and then, you know, he had the date. Like, he's really trying to be normal.
Yeah, right.
But I don't think I think we'll figure out throughout the duration of this series, and maybe if he pops up in movies later on, if he's going to be able to keep that up.
Right.
I don't think he's going to go back evil. I'm not saying that, but just like being normal,
not being like trying to keep from going insane because literally everybody you know grew up with is gone, and he doesn't really have the Avengers to. Cause even Cap had the Avengers to talk to and lean on and that type of shit.
My thing was, I was like, why didn't he just stay in Wakanda if he was struggling this bad? Wakanda's paradise, baby.
Why did he? But good question. Like why did he go back after Endgame?
Yeah, why didn't you just stay in Wakanda, bro? Like,
I'm the White Wolf.
Right, exactly. Because it looked like they were taking good care of you. She had your arm, like, you know what I'm saying?
My man was serene, like
get you a nice little.
No,
remember? Oh no, we can't promote interracial relationships.
The only thing with that is I don't think T'Challa and them would have wanted that. Like, we ain't trying to gentrify this. That's just my thinking. I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
Well, they did open up the border, so we can't say that.
Hey man, listen.
They opened it up. They opened it up with vibranium lines and all that.
Got nothing to do with that. Got nothing to do with that. But yeah, man. So, what did you think about Sam's storyline?
Sam's storyline is very compelling because you have to think about he had a life before the Air Force. Mm-hmm. He had a life before all this, and his sister was a great reminder of that. Even if you find the character to be just a little bit annoying, like he got blipped away. Like, why are you so mad at him? Like, that was what I was like he. I don't know. She's like, I know you went away to save the world and all that stuff, but he was blipped. Like he was gone. Like he was gone for 5 years. So, but no, it's just a harsh reminder that he still had a past, and not like necessarily a bad past, but it's people that still necessarily depended on him, even if he didn't feel, even if he went off to be this superhero.
Right. From the viewer perspective, he has and knows people outside of the Avengers, because we've only seen him interact with the government and the Avengers.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. So to see like him interact with his sister, how he's trying to get her not to sell their family's boat and all that, it's like,
house and stuff like that. And one thing, I always enjoy these, even though some people might consider them to be cheesy. But remember, like, whenever, like, a normal person sees them in, like, regular clothes, they're like, hey, aren't you? Right. I still find that funny because they're celebrities. Like they are the celebrities in their world too.
But you know what was trash? When he was talking to the man at the bank and he did this shit, like, all right, come on, you could have just said I'm Falcon. Like, come on, that was weak. That was so weak. But also with that interaction of them trying to get the bank loan, it's like
you can't look out for me, my man.
This is Falcon, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you took it this way, but I feel like there was a racial undertone there because they were black. They couldn't get the loan. Now, granted, they didn't have.
Well, he said that they tightened up the rules because there's a lot of people popping up after 5 years.
Well, right. That's
what made me say, all right, it's not racist.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just my mental, but I still feel like maybe slightly there was like a racial undertone. Maybe slightly. I don't know. It's just me.
But he was gone for 5 years. Like, and they was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, they tightened up on everybody." Like, he really did say they tightened up on everybody because even the sister was like, "Oh hell no, and you're well within your rights." Yeah. But Falcon has a level of optimism that she doesn't have because he hasn't been there.
Right.
So you can't sit here and tell me, "Oh, we can," no, you haven't been here.
Right. She was the one there, like, still taking care of her family, like making sure she had money to pay all of that type of stuff. And it's like you come back. I know you're optimistic, but bro, you wasn't here. Like you didn't see what I saw. It's different.
Yeah, let's talk about this real quick, and then I can guess we can get into our highs and lows or whatever. Falcon's storyline with him struggling with becoming Cap or stepping into the role of Cap, because one of the first things you hear is Cap's voice from Endgame saying that, oh, this shield doesn't feel like mine. Well, whatever that exchange was, I can't, quote it verbatim. But you see that he feels like this ain't for me. Like I can be Falcon all day, but this comes with a level of responsibility I'm not ready for. So what does he do? He turns the shield in. And you can't trust the government. You work for them. Why would you trust them with the vibranium shield? You know what happens with these things.
I'm wondering why Falcon didn't consider just keeping it. Like, okay, I understand there's a burden in becoming Captain America. I get that. But why not just keep the shield?
And you know what's so crazy? Right. I mean, there's no Tony Stark around to kind of like, mold a new one. So you would think that with all the technology that the U.S. government has their hands on, it includes Stark Industries, you would think that they would be able to just make another fucking shield. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but they don't have the access to the vibranium, though.
But I think it's something special about Cap shit. Like, it's just, it's vibranium and they painted it. But I just feel like it's something different. What's so different about his shit? Like, they got
aerodynamic.
Right, I know, man. You can get access to vibranium. You can get all these things. You can make another one. You can make a few of them. Make a dozen. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, because back then, what made Cap shield so special was the fact that vibranium was so...
It was rare. Super rare.
Now, you can just go get it. Like, it's...
You think Wakanda really just giving out vibranium like that?
Not like that, but I think that, in this world, T'Challa does trust the U.S. government, or at least Stark Industries, or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you.
Like in that world, like I'm saying, I'm not saying he's giving, here, come, get these tons. We're not doing that, but you know what I'm saying. But
Okay, I see what you're saying. But yeah, so. What I'm most interested in. So there's only 5 episodes left, right?
Yeah.
How do Sam and Bucky get together, and then what mission are they going on? Now, I would like to see how that comes about, because even in Bucky's therapy session, the therapist was like, Sam has been texting you, but you haven't responded. So Sam has been reaching out, but Bucky is just, for whatever reason, is just like, I don't really want to talk. And maybe that's just him still going through losing Cap, still going through his PTSD, trying to figure out how to live in a world that he really doesn't know. All he's, like he said in his session, all he's known is war. Like, all he's done is fight. Yeah. And now that literally at the very moment there's nothing to do, it's just like, whoa, okay. Now I'm sitting here, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, and you can't have a conversation about these episodes because I enjoy the duality of what the heroes are going through, both protagonists, right? They're still trying to figure themselves out, life after Cap,
right?
Because Cap brought so much meaning to both of them, right?
Right.
But and that's not a slight. No, I'm
right.
serious.
I get it. It's just like, damn, it's true. Like when hearing it out loud, it's just like, damn, that's facts. That's facts.
So with that being said, right, we gotta talk about the villains, right, or whatever the perceived villain to be, because you have to have some bad in here.
Facts.
So we don't know necessarily what this character is, and then maybe if you do, you can correct me. I'm not sure who that person was in the mask.
Oh, I'm not sure, okay. But the organization that they work for is the LAF. Yeah. I don't know what the hell that is, and I wonder if Zemo is going to have something to do with it. So like. Zemo is coming at some point, but I wonder if that's just like a whole nother mission aside from the LAF, or if it's like
in conjunction.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like them play out, and then whoever the guy was that works with Falcon when he does his missions or whatever for the government or whoever he's working for, is just like he told you, he's like, hey man, leave that stuff alone. Then you went and got your ass whipped.
No, for real. But I feel like he might turn out to be bad or something. Something is off about him. I don't know what it is, but something to me is just a little off about him.
And then we get to the climax of the episode, and the U.S. government said, hey, we have heroes to protect the world, but we need someone to protect America. And who did they bring out?
This great value ass Captain America.
You said it.
Yo, my man, like, yo.
It's like
what are we doing?
You never realize how corny that outfit looks unless Steve Rogers is in it. But you put that joint on anybody else, like, son, let me put my New York shit on, son. What we doing? Yo,
he walked out literally like how I'm looking right now is how I was looking at the TV. Like, what? Mm-hmm. Like, my man literally does not look hero-ish at all. Like,
he looks like he's playing.
He's literally cosplaying. Yeah. Literally, that's what he's doing with the real shield. Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah, but even like going back to the shield, like when War Machine, Lieutenant Brody, when he gave up the shield, like he didn't say it, but he was like,
bro, what
my
you
nigga,
doing?
like, dude, my pal, what we doing? You know, you keep that, dude. You keep that.
That's what I was saying. Like, I understand if you don't want to take up the mantle or don't feel comfortable, but at least keep it because you know how the government is. And
the fact, well, this is the thing. It's not like you got it like it was gotten through ill means. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When things have gotten like that, you like, all right, man, I'm gonna give
it was literally passed to you by the person wielding it.
How many times have we seen somebody give somebody something in death or in passing along and they give it away in the MCU?
Oh, man. Damn. Why does this have to be?
Spider-Man in them damn glasses.
Oh, God. All right. He's a kid and he got tricked. He got manipulated. That's different.
He's still feeling the same emotion that Falcon is feeling. Like, I'm not worthy of something that somebody so great that I look up to gave to me. That's not even a kid thing. That's just emotion.
Well, yeah, but in Peter Parker's defense,
he's a kid.
If my man's Mysterio wouldn't have showed up, he still would have killed him. He never would have gave him. He got manipulated into giving him.
But he was already struggling with this. Damn, we done went to a whole tangent.
We did.
He was struggling with the sense of, I don't even want to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
At least Falcon was just like, I'm cool with being Falcon. Yeah. I just don't want to be Cap. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be Cap. And keep me my wings and Red Wing, and we good, baby.
Good,
like, you know what I'm saying? But
Speaking of Red Wing, so this is something I noticed. Did you notice in the show he was giving commands to Red Wing, where was it Ultron? He was actually controlling Red Wing. So I wonder if that's like an upgrade or something.
Was it Ultron or Civil War?
I think it was.
When did Wanda blow up the embassy? It had to be Civil War.
Damn, was that Civil War? I guess that was
because Wanda was on the team by then. Ultron, she was still a villain.
Got you. Right. Okay, cool. Thank you. Mm-hmm. But no. So in Civil War, he was controlling the Red Wing with his whatever. Mm-hmm. But in the episode 1, he was actually giving commands to it, and it was going off and doing its own thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but I thought that was kind of dope. That was kind of one of my eyes.
Let's get to the highs of this episode. What are your highs?
So the first one was definitely the Red Wing thing, but then the other one was seeing the human side of these characters, like getting deeper into their stories. Even though the actual episode might have been only 30 minutes or so. I don't know why.
It felt like an hour. But I might be wrong.
I don't know why the credits are so long. The credits long as shit.
Well, they're designed to tell a story about something.
Okay. Well, maybe I need to go back. I just turned the shit off.
It's designed to tell a story.
But even I think we only had like maybe 35 minutes of actual video, like footage video. But even in that short amount of time, just seeing the human aspect of these characters meant to me it meant a lot because we don't get to see that. Yeah. So that's like one of my top tier highs.
Okay. Highs definitely the opening. You know, action. I'm sucking for it, baby. Let's go. Let's go. But definitely like just piggybacking on what you said, the flushing out of these characters that we already kind of knew but we didn't know. And then by them always being so attached to Captain America, we actually get a glimpse of them by themselves, what they deal with, and not in connection with what Cap has got going on, because Bucky's always been a counterpart to Cap. Right. And then when, we got Falcon, he met, Cap jogging, and he's always been his sidekick since, so it's kind of like that. So just seeing that was an extreme high.
Yeah, man.
Lows, what you got, man?
Man, so for this particular episode, I don't know if I have any.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it was short, and the fact that I know it's only going to be 6 episodes, it's like, fail.
Well, it's like maybe not an episode thing, but my lows are kind of like predictive stuff. Okay. Like stuff that I see, like, okay, we know it's a super soldier serum out there, right? Okay. Say that 3 times fast. But you know that it's out there, right? And it's clear because my man that beat up Buddy in Belgium,
definitely got something.
Like he souped up on something. And they gave Great Value Man the same juice. So it's like who?
His name is Great Value Man from now on.
Great Value Man. So it's like where is this coming from, and then what does it lead to? I know it's predictions, right? But it's like, okay, I see somebody got a super soldier serum, cool, but what do we get out of this? What's the payoff?
Got you.
And I'm not gonna read too much into it. I'm not gonna say like Wolverine goes like no.
We're not doing that.
But just in a general sense, like it has to be a payoff at that.
Right. Okay. Cool. I like that.
So like I don't have like a low. So.
Right. Me either.
Like this episode is great. Like it's a great starting point. But the thing is, I will say this with these MCU shows, I'm not sure if these are shows that you can just necessarily dive into as a first time watcher.
I might be inclined to agree with that.
Because the thing is, you got to know so much. I don't think this is just something you can just say, hey, watch Falcon and Winter Soldier with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you can get into it, but it's some stuff that's just going to keep going over your head. And I think that it may not diminish the level of enjoyability that you can have with it, but it definitely takes away from it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're not catching everything. Yeah. And like even as much as I think I know, you watch another blog or something that they break it down. Well, if you look, it's the names on the list are really like real people. I'm like what?
I'm supposed to know that.
Well, if you look closely, this is an Avengers 66. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care. It's the show good. Like they be trying to put too much in the show. Like what the fuck?
But that's hilarious, and I feel what you're saying, but I think.
Do you think the most casual person could enjoy the show? I think it's still good, but it's still some stuff that you just have to know from the movies. Yeah. To like, I guess get the full level of enjoyment.
Yeah. I think if a casual viewer wants to watch and they don't try to look too deep into like the Easter eggs and all that type of shit, based off this first episode, I feel like they could.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I mean, I'm treating this like a pilot. It's like it's the first episode. It's the pilot episode. Yeah. Like we're introduced to these characters.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all. So based off the first episode, I'll say yeah.
Okay. Cool.
We'll revisit this episode 6
on the wrap up.
Right. Yeah. So man.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Hey man, well that's episode 1 from us on Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Got you.
We're gonna do this thing weekly. You will catch an episode here on OS's YouTube. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe, all that great stuff, and we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Thanks. We out.